You are listening to the Fiddler's Forum with American violinist Alex DePue. Today, DePue discusses the left pinky with a play-along tutorial. Hello and welcome to our first effort at making this tutorial video for you. This is an exercise for your left pinky. And whether you're a pro or whether you're just beginning, you're going to need a strong pinky. And it really doesn't matter what style of music you're playing. If you're playing classical music, obviously you need a tough and very strong pinky to play the Paganini. Also, other styles of music that require a very strong pinky, of course, your contest fiddle. One of the reasons for that is because we have to clear that open string in order for it to drone. That's a very common fiddle technique. We do it on all four strings. I can't think of a fiddle tune right now off of the top of my head that does not include a fourth finger drone at some point. So the muscle that we're working is right here, by the way, as we begin curving the pinky and creating the space for the pinky to work. That's very important. So let's talk about some of the no-nos involved with the pinky, the left pinky. Often, the way students try to get the job done early on, initially, is by, what is intuition, which would be to kind of smash your palm against the neck of the violin and somehow make the pinky work. That's awfully difficult to achieve because you can only go so far with this pinky in such a position. Now, you might find a fiddler or two across the country who have been able to make that work over their careers, but in general, you're going to find it a much easier job to create the space and go the other way with your wrist. The wrist goes away from you and creates the space that allows that pinky to get to work. Another habit I see quite often from students is something that happened with me, actually, early on in my training, and that is the pinky kind of has a mind of its own, and it wants to do its own thing. And when it's not in use, often it wants to go run for cover. And you don't want that to happen to you. But here's what I'm talking about. I see students very often end up with their pinky curved and underneath, almost like there's a mechanism in there that does it just automatically. It automatically runs for cover like that. Well, we need that pinky above the fingerboard at all times, in the ring, ready to fight. And this is how we're going to get that job done today, is I'm going to take you through the gauntlet of pinky exercises. Please say hello to Robin. He just walked by and said hello to the session today. This is the first of its nature that we've ever done here at the Fiddler LLC. Welcome. If you're watching this at all, we know that you care. And for your support, we thank you. We're going to continue these tutorials for as long as you'll listen to them. And I think that you're going to find a lot of information here that's very valuable and certainly worthwhile, worth your time to sit and listen to me blather for endless hours. I've got plenty of material to talk about, too. So the pinky is one of my favorites. And the way that we're going to go about this today is very slowly and with a metronome. The metronome, you can set your metronome to about 72 to 80, somewhere in there. What's going to happen is we're going to start with half notes, and the sequence of notes will be it'll make a lot of sense once you hear it, perhaps. We've got 0, 4, grab your fiddle. I'll wait. I'm going to wait and join me. Now, this is something that you can practice along with. Just mark the exact time that the exercise begins, because you don't want to hear this endless blathering every single time you practice. So, again, the notes, I'll get to it at some point. We've got 0, 4, 1, 4. We're going to keep that 1 down as we add the curved 4. 2, 4, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1, sequence of notes. So as we continue with the metronome, we're too lazy to adjust the metronome with each repetition, and instead we'll just subdivide. Sometimes we'll subdivide with straight eighths, straight sixteenths, or sometimes we'll subdivide with triplets of either of those two options, and perhaps even into 30-second notes. We'll just see how tough you are here. Now we're going to start with half notes, 2 notes per bow. It's important to breathe. You'll hear me say that a lot as time goes on. 0, 4, 2 notes per bow. I'm going to count you off. We're going to start with the easiest string, which of course is the E string. We get to the A string, D string, G string. We'll start out breathing. 3, 1, 3. Vibrate if you can. You get to practice 4-finger vibrato at the same time. By now, you should probably feel that burn in the muscle that we're talking about. This is the very spot I would begin if I were a cannibal. This is the chicken leg, if you will. It kind of resembles a chicken leg in this light. Right there, you can see it. That's the muscle that we're building right now. Just like Olympic athletes train the big muscle groups, the ones that are they can show off, the big ones that people can see and appreciate. We work just as hard on the itty-bitty little muscles that nobody ever gets to see. But we spend the same amount of time and the same amount of diligence and the same amount of exasperation getting these things in order and taking care of the pinky. Building muscles where we need them. We're going to go on to the A string right now. It's the same story. My metronome ran out there during the first exercise, of course. I'm going to give this a few spins. I'll tell you a joke right quick. No, I don't have any jokes. No jokes today. Aria says hello. She wasn't able to make it tonight, but we're looking forward to Monday night at 5:30. Just like always, we do a live stream on Monday nights at 5:30 Pacific time. You can catch us just like clockwork. Just like the metronome clockwork that subdivides our reality. I'm going to go over these rhythms with you real quick because it is something. If you can play these with your 2 fingers just on the table, let's say, you can almost see what I'm doing here. You know what? We don't even need to see what's going on. You only need 1 finger. So half notes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Quarter notes. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to subdivide by putting 3 against 2. The way that sounds, 1, 2, 3, 4. The next step is subdividing straight 16th notes. 1, E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and triplets. I like to change my bow halfway through each of these. So down, up, down, up, down. This is the sequence of events. We'll go one step or maybe even two steps further at this tempo because, well, we can. We want to build this muscle and feel the burn by the time it's over. You know what? I'm going to mark this as the beginning of the exercise. I'm going to do my best to not talk to you while we continue on through all four strings. So I'm going to take off my glasses for this and feel the burn with you. I invite you to grab your fiddle, join me as we play with the metronome here, the pinky exercise. Half notes. I'm going to count ourselves off. 1, 2, 1, 2, breathe. A low two. We want to have to work with that major third between the 2 and the 4. I tried to do each one twice. I'm not sure what happened on the E string there. Hope you were able to follow along. Quarter notes. Breathe. Against 2. Straight 16ths. Triplets. I'm not sure if that was identical to the last one, but you know what? We're going to go on anyway, and I'll trust that you can do these things without me as well, because you can. It's very easy. It's easy enough to memorize, and of course the sequence of events, rhythmically, is really up to you. It's your own prerogative. Let's go to the D string before I get yelled at and chastised for talking too much again. You ready? 2, ready? 1. Appreciate the different timbre of each string. Always love the D string. It's the weakest of your 4 strings, by the way. Fun fact. Quarter notes because it helps me to feel better as a person. We're going to move on to the G string. We're going to create that space for the pinky to operate not only with the wrist in a correct and away from you kind of position, not unlike that of an alien here, okay? And also, we're going to combine the effort with this elbow, because if we create the space for the pinky to work and operate curved, well, then we can count on it to clear the D string. We can count on it to do extensions like that we see at the beginning of Paganini number 14 there. So, G string it is. Onward we go. 1, 3. 1, 2, breathe. Elbows tucked under. The deep, dark G string vibrates. First step can always focus on vibrato. Here we go with quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, and you win. You win a very hot pinky muscle right now. And I hope that you do feel that burn. We're going to be doing this regularly and frequently right here on Patreon. So please tell all of your violin playing friends about the good news yet to come. And I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial for your pinky and that you can have a pinky that you can depend on. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
You have been listening to the Fiddler's Forum with American violinist Alex DePue. Join us each week for a new episode on the Fiddler's Forum. Copyright 2021, The Fiddler LLC, a California company.